Hi, welcome to the BME Talks Everything Wrestling, episode 13. I am Courtney Wood.
And I am Ricky Hart.
And today we're going to be talking about VWF's Magnitude
2!
The first show of the year for VWF. So, lots of shit went down. It was a crazy, crazy show. Lots of promos, lots of unexpected things, a few debuts. It was
an amazing
cool.
return.
Some would say glorious.
Yeah, glorious.
So let's dive right in. So the show begins with the Son of Strong Style, James Dean, coming out and demanding Nick Mira. He
didn't really demand Nick Mira. He was promised by the guy that he would get Nick Mira this show. Oh, did the guy have a trick up his sleeve? He said, I told you Nick Mira was going to be here, but I never said you would wrestle him. I have an opponent for you. And he is the CEO. Charles Everest Osgood. Now, you know us, we like to keep it 100 on this show. What a fucking joke this guy was.
Awful. Just awful. I mean, just ridiculous. I liked the gimmick. I liked the persona, which is gimmick, so that's redundant. But in the ring, you could tell he was not on JD's level.
Exactly.
You could tell that it did not line up, and not surprisingly, JD won.
He couldn't keep up with JD in any sense of the way.
He just couldn't. And that's just saying what actually happened. So, after the match, the Messiah comes out.
Before that happened, won't you talk about what happened before?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The guy comes out with chain in hand, and he proceeds to tie up with a lock and key James Dean to the ring, to the turnbuckle, the ring post. Just has him in the corner, tied up.
Poor JD was just up here like...
They look like a little,
puppet.
Yeah, exactly, like a puppet.
Poor James Dean. I could only imagine, the burn or whatever his armpits must have been dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
I could only imagine how that, dug into that man's skin.
So as he's chained up there, who comes walking out?
The Messiah.
Of the wrestling masses.
The savior of New Eagle.
The savior of one Courtney Wood.
I will rise above New Eagle. Nick Mira came out.
That's right, we're talking about Nick Mira.
Baseball bat in hand.
Basically saying that it was nothing personal. JD was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. But because of his harsh words a couple months earlier, that made it personal.
Yeah, Nick Mira was essentially saying, hey, I was just out here to avenge my loss. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. You were taking it too personal. To which JD basically said, fuck you. No. So then JD, being the intelligent competitor that he is, was like, oh, well, Nikki, you have deep pockets. Well, I have deep pockets too. And handed the guy a black American Express card and was like, I will give this to you if you book me in a match with Nick Mira at the next show. And the guy, being
a businessman,
took the money. Well, took the card.
Well, here's a question. How did JD break free from the chains?
He slid down, essentially.
That's what I mean. Like, he was... Nick Mir came out there dangling the key, shoved it in his pocket.
Mm.
Man, did JD get an ass whooping.
He did.
To the whole point to where he's laying on the outside, and Mira basically gets on the mic and says that if he doesn't stop his shit, he's only going to end his indie career. He's going to end his Ring of Honor career.
His whole wrestling career.
Before
period.
it even starts.
These two have such amazing chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
JD's like, I'm better than you. And Nick Mir's just like, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Like, these two worked so well together, both in the ring and outside on the mic. Like, it is just gold having these two work together. Exactly. It is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about it.
No, I cannot wait until
they actually
February.
Get their hands on there.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that to actually happen. They've been teasing us for months. It's about time. Let it happen. We deserve it.
The fans of New Eagle deserve it.
Yes. Yes, we do.
I'm just going to go out there and say, I say this every show that we do, but literally somebody's going to die in that match.
Yes. I cannot agree more. So, the next match on the card is a Landon special. We had which is obviously a triple threat. For those of you noobs that don't know that. It is El Chupacabra Jr.
versus LA Gold.
And Vindicta?
The newcomer, Vindicta.
If I say your name wrong, sir, I do apologize.
I believe it's Vindicta.
Yeah. So in addition to the CEO, Vindicta also made his debut. And what an entertaining match that was.
I want to cut you off right there just for a second. Vindicta, what an amazing debut. Very impressive in his debut match.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, just like she said, very entertaining.
It definitely had something for everybody. At the beginning, it was cool to see you have the two luchador styles of Chupacabra and LA Gold, clearly good guys, and then you have this demonic Vindicta with the skull mask thing that he had going on.
Picture circa 2011.
Aces and Eights.
Ace and Eights, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on, actually. So it was a really cool visual to see these two good guys and this one clear bad guy. Like, even if you've never watched wrestling ever, you would get the psychology of what's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, in typical LA Gold fashion, there was a lot of shenanigans going on. And he threw an impromptu dance party, essentially. And it was cool. He locked up with referee Nate Wolf, and then they had the dance party, and each one, Vindicta did a pretty mean robot, and Chupacabra dabbed, which is pretty badass.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to pick a distinct winner out of the dance contest, who would you have said won?
I would have to say Vindicta just because of the robot.
See, I was going to say Chupacabra because of the dab.
The dab was pretty intense. So...
Like, nobody seen it coming. Like, he, moonwalked a little bit, and then out of nowhere, he just broke up the dab.
Yeah. Fans went nuts.
Bananas.
Bananas. It was pretty cool. But then, out of nowhere, Chupacabra and Vindicta roll up LA Gold and eliminate them.
Yeah. Just like that, like... We use this term a lot, but it was literally out of nowhere.
It was out of nowhere. So, LA Gold does what LA Gold does. He grabbed the fan, he got support from the fans, led a conga line around the ring, and left in style.
Which was pretty impressive because when he first started out with the conga line, it was only like sporadic, like no more than 10 people. He had to have at least good 25, 30 people with the conga line here.
Yeah. and that was really cool to see.
Yeah. So then this left El Chupacabra Jr. and Vindicta to go one-on-one with each other. The way these two meshed in the ring was amazing. It was just like move for move, spot for spot.
Yeah. This is when the no offense to LA Gold, but this is when the wrestling in ring action stepped up.
Yeah.
And it was cool because they're very similar sized
Hmm.
competitors. And like you said, like I can't agree with you more. It was definitely move for move, spot for spot.
I
And
mean,
it was
there was some things in there that you rarely see in a decent, like basically smaller wrestler type match. Like there was at one point in time a sunset flip,
yeah,
which was pretty cool.
it was. It was definitely cool. El Chupacabra picked up the victory.
Yeah, with a running knee.
Yeah, that was cool.
Some
So
there were some nice little spots picked up there. One point in time, Vindicta climbed the top rope, was going for a top rope knee smash, and Chupacabra moved out of the way, and somehow Vindicta rolled through, and when he turned back around, that's when he got hit with the knee.
yeah. So all in all, it was really, really, really
Hmm.
entertaining. Something for everybody. Just a good time.
Yeah, all around like shenanigans at the first part, then it got serious right there at the end, and everybody worked well with each other.
Yeah. I think if you had to sum up the VWF experience, this match would be it.
Exactly, a lot for everybody.
Yeah.
So this leads us into the third match, and it was for the VWF Tag Team Championship. We had the Big Game Hunters, Brohemoth and Zach Hunter, take on the VWF Tag Team Champions, the Cutlery, Gino Slice, and Johnny Switchblade. Outside from the match itself, the biggest thing going into this match was the two managers on the outside, Lincoln Jones and David Marbell.
Yeah. This was definitely a match that had a lot of build up to it.
Mhm.
This has been going on for months. This whole Big Game Hunters and Lincoln Jones and the Cutlery with Marbell thing. This has been going on for a while now. And it was finally team for team. I can't say one on one, but team for team match. Finally for the gold. The Big Game Hunters finally getting their chance that they rightfully earned.
A couple of months back, they rightfully earned that shot.
They did, and the genius of Marbell has just been like pushing it off or finding some loophole or doing something to postpone this match. And when we got to see the match itself, we could see why one David Marbell was so set on not having this match happen. Because the Big Game Hunters took it to the Cutlery.
Yeah, but in response to that, though, like they chopped down the biggest man of that team, which was Brohemoth. They worked on his leg for most of the match.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else you can do when you're facing a man the size of Brohemoth. What I really liked is how well the Cutlery utilized the referee. Like, Johnny Switchblade would distract him, and then Marbell and Slice would choke.
Or vice versa.
Yeah,
Or
in
even
some combination.
Marbell would jump up on the apron to distract the ref, and the other two would take advantage.
Yeah. So, right near the end, Johnny Switchblade and Brohemoth were outside fighting.
And like literally in the crowd, like they were like back by the concession stand.
Yeah, they went through the crowd and, like you said, through the concession stand. Brohemoth charged. I don't know if you saw this, but he charged at Johnny Switchblade and ran right into one of the pillars.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's pretty much explains why he got the name Ponage Express.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then inside the ring, you had Zach Hunter, who may be pretty new, but is getting shit done.
Yeah.
he's making a name very, very quickly
Mm-hmm.
in that ring. And then you have Slice, who is just
improved every fucking week he steps in that ring.
exactly. Every time you see Slice, he's just better. Not saying that he was bad ever, but he's just completely taking the wrestling world by storm.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. Exactly.
So it was kind of cool to see them work well together. In the end, surprising to some, the Big Game Hunters won, and they are your new VWF Tag Team Champions. Not a good night for David Marvel.
No, not at all.
Not a good night for him at all.
I mean, outside of what you said, I really don't have anything else to say. Zach Hunter really stepped up for his team in this match, I could say.
Yeah.
I mean, after Behemoth ran into the pillar, he was basically pretty much out the rest of the match. So it was basically 2-on-1. And somehow Zach Hunter still managed to pick up the victory.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a lot of really good tag team wrestling at its finest.
And you had this one. Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus.
This one.
You had this one right here trying to protect Marvel when clearly he was in the wrong, getting chased by Lincoln Jones.
He is never wrong. Listen, I am a huge fan of Lincoln Jones. I think Lincoln is a wonderful man. He's good at what he does, but you do not put your hands on the Star Maker. You do not put your hands on a man as important as David Marvel. You don't do it.
David Marvel, Lincoln Jones.
David Marvel, everybody else.
And then Lincoln Jones.
No. The only thing that's better about Lincoln, the only thing that makes Lincoln better than Marvel...
Is his ponytail?
Yes.
Or the way that he dresses?
No, Marvel has impeccable style.
The man wears pink.
It's 2017. It's fine to wear pink.
Well, they did say pink is the new black.
Maybe?
So.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just put that discussion on pause because it does come out a little bit later in the show.
Speaking of coming out a little bit later in the show, we are once again trying to think of the words to say.
It's hard to find the words when you're talking about the
We're once
BME.
again graced with the Messiah of the wrestling masses, one Nick Mira.
We're not worthy.
This time, he's getting ready to do what he does best. And that's kick ass in the ring.
While saving.
The New Eaglins.
Yes.
Who's his opponent in this match?
Duke Butter?
No,
it was
Luke Nuttler?
Yeah. Luke Nuttler making his VWF debut. Do we have any confirmation that he's not Drew Flanagan's dad?
No.
Okay.
No confirmation at all, so he very well could be.
He really could be. That being said, he did a pretty good job against Nick Mira. Whoa, we're totally skipping some. Nick Mira comes out wearing James Dean's tights.
Oh.
Over his own tights. Hilarious. You get James Dean kicked out of the arena.
And you steal the man's tights.
Hilarious. Like, only Nick Mira could do that. It is phenomenal. And then he took him off and threw...
Before he threw him, he blew his nose in him.
That was disgusting. That was a bit much. But it was hilarious. So then he cuts a promo talking about how horrible New Eagle is.
Oh my god.
Going fucking savage on the crowd.
He made fun of a ginger kid who had a mullet. He made fun of
A set of twins.
a set of twins. He goes, I don't even know if you are boys or girls. What are you?
He just went fucking hard in the paint on the new
Concussions
Eagle
are temporary, but retardations for real.
I can't with
People
Nick
are mean. You say I'm mean? I say people who wear blue shirts are mean.
Yeah. I can't tell if you're boys or girls, but it's okay. It's not your fault. It's your parents. I was like, damn, Mira's mean.
Mira went fucking savage.
He definitely did. So, the match was pretty incredible.
I was really surprised at this Luke character. He showed me some things in this match to hang in there with the greatness that is Nick Mira.
Yeah, Mira fucking super kicked him, what, like 3 times?
Yeah, he super kicked him twice, and then
picked him up, was like, you're getting another one, put the guy's hat on him, and super kicked him again. It was hilarious.
Mark out of the moment for Nick Mira. He had him in the corner, he was choking him. The ref's counting to 5, stops at 4 and points right at us. Because you know why? He has still 5.
Yes.
You're welcome, Internet.
Suck it easy.
Deal with it.
So, kind of unsatisfying finish.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
So they're fighting outside of the ring. Nick Mira's throwing Luke into chairs, and shit just breaks down.
Out of nowhere, James Dean shows back up.
Yeah.
It basically chases Nick Mira around the arena. And in the process of all this happening, the ref's doing his 10 count. Somehow, Luke Nuttler ends up making it back into the ring before the count of 10. Nick Mira gets counted out.
Bullshit. Travis Steve Justice.
I call fucking shenanigans.
It is fucking shenanigans. Like, how can you do that?
That was a fast count from 5 to 10.
Yeah, I don't know where that referee learned how to count, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
So, just like we said, Luke ended up picking up the victory by count out. Cheapest victory ever.
Awful.
No pun intended. No, like, we're not trying to make fun of your wrestling or anything, because you did really well. You hung in there.
You did.
It was just a cheap victory.
It was. So now out walks Harley T. Morris and the Star Maker David Marbell.
Again. Like, seeing you once wasn't enough.
It is never enough. You could have Marbell from the beginning of the show to the end of the show, and it would never be enough.
It wouldn't get any views either.
It would get views.
Oh, one view.
And that's all that matters. Alright? I'm sorry that I'm the only person smart enough to appreciate the brilliance and star quality.
I am not making fun of the man's brilliance, okay? That man takes his clients to championships.
Damn right he does. Take notes, people.
I just don't like the fact that, we have to see him every 5 fucking minutes.
Well, I don't like the fact that you're ungrateful for that privilege.
I'd rather see Nick Mira every 5 minutes.
Well, if that was an option, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
So Marbell posted a video online as a warning to one Lincoln Jones. Lincoln Jones, however, did not heed the Star Maker's warning and still got involved in the higher classes business. Marbell simply had enough and called out one Lincoln Jones, who was pretty stoked at the opportunity to fight David Marbell. I don't know why.
He was ready.
He was fired up. However, just as history would tell you, if you fight one higher class member, you fight them all. And Harley T. Morris and David Marbell beat the ever loving shit out of Lincoln Jones.
Yeah, it was to the point to where Lincoln actually turned his back on Marbell, and Marbell hit him in the back of the head. Lincoln fell face first, busted his mouth,
Yeah.
and in the process, Harley broke his glasses.
Yeah, which is not cool. That is a dick move. He broke Lincoln's glasses, and you don't do that.
Especially because the man's blind.
Yeah, that's why he has glasses.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you don't fucking do that. That was not cool on the part of Harley T. Morris. Anyway.
Well, the beatdown happened for a good 5-10 minutes or whatever.
It probably seemed like that for Lincoln. But, fortunately, out comes Lucio DeVere to help save...
The Enigma.
Yeah, to help save Lincoln Jones. And thank goodness for that, because who knows what those two would have done.
Mm-hmm.
So, while that's going on, Harley T. Morris takes offense to Lucio saying that he's the number one contender. So then they have a match for the number one contendership.
A rematch for number one contendership.
Yeah.
Which, to me, is bullshit. Because Harley T. Morris is your rightful number one contender. He shouldn't have to put up his number one contendership in a match when he was already dubbed number one contender.
I'm not going to disagree. However, I am glad that we got to see this match again, so I'm not complaining. It was an incredible match. It was very hard-hitting.
The thing that got to me about this match is how very dominant Harley T. Morris was in this match.
Alright, get out of my head because it was literally my thought. Like, Harley fucking dominated in a way that I have not seen him.
And especially against somebody the size of Lucio.
Compared to one...
Harley, yeah, like Lucio's, like, bigger, stronger than Harley, and Harley's up there fucking tossing him around.
Giving him Death Valley drivers.
Like, fuck.
It was... I did not see that coming. I know Harley's tough. And we've seen them fight in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I did
Nothing
not...
like this.
I didn't know he had that coming. Like, I didn't know he had that in him.
Well, I guess, like, you're about to lose something that you shouldn't lose in the first place. You really fight for it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about it. But, I mean, like, just like Courtney said, this match was fucking amazing from bell to bell.
It was. I would assume that Harley had an extra fire in him, knowing what had already happened with the Cutlery losing the titles. We would not want anything worse to happen to David Marbell, because he probably would have just...
Blew a gasket.
Yeah. So there was a lot of pressure for Harley, and he really, really did step up to the challenge.
Yeah, he stepped up to the plate and knocked it out of the fucking park's what he did.
He did. Not taking anything away from Lucio, but we keep it 100. Lucio did not have much offense in this match.
I think the only type of offense he had was that typical Lucio dive, suicide dive through the second rope.
Yeah.
And then he hit him with a type of curtain call type move where it was like a reverse suplex type thing. Pretty much after that, like, there was nothing. Like, he had a few offensive moves here and there, but other than that, it was all Harley.
Yeah. We're gonna be fair. Right near the end, there was a lot of near falls on both sides.
False finishes.
Yeah. So, in the end, Harley T. Morris won. with a running knee. That was cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, I don't know. Do you have anything to say about the finish?
Was it the running knee that beat him? No, he beat him with the
No.
Future Shock DDT.
That's right. My apologies, Internet. He did
Which
win.
was still, still a devastating move.
Obviously, it won. So.
I was really surprised that he actually didn't finish him off with that Death Valley driver. And
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't one of those type of Death Valley drivers where you get him up on your shoulders and you immediately hit it. He had him on his shoulders for a good, minute? And then ran across the ring and hit him with the Death Valley driver, which was impressive to begin with.
It was. It was really, really impressive. Did not know he had that in him.
And this was still after wrestling, like, being tired from doing, like...
The rest of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still had enough mustard to pick him up and do that move.
Yeah. So after the match, Lincoln Jones apparently did not have enough. Came out and tried to fight Marbell again. For whatever reason. And Harley this time got involved and gave him a very nasty...
The Future Shock DDT type move.
Very, very nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows where this is gonna end? Between Marbell and Lincoln, like it is escalating every time.
It's escalating quickly.
It's getting way personal very fast.
I'll tell you right now, like we had this conversation in the car coming home. I'd actually like to see this match end in some type of like hardcore stipulation, like falls count anywhere or like no holds barred type thing, where there are no rules. Just let him go out there and fight.
Well, if you know one David Marbell, you know he's going to have something up his sleeve. And if he is going to get his hands dirty and go into a physical competition, he's going to have some kind of insurance plan. So who knows what he's going to come up with. I feel bad for Lincoln.
I don't, because Lincoln's going to just be one step ahead of him.
I don't know.
If you think about it, though, like, it's two, like... So picture it as Tesla and Edison going head-to-head. Two geniuses going at it. One of them's going to have to back down. Neither one's going to back down. So they're going to use all their smarts to get the other one to cave.
Yeah. I do think Marbell may be slightly underestimating how smart Lincoln Jones is.
And vice versa.
Yeah, you're clearly disrespecting the Star Maker. So, I for one, cannot wait to see how this plays out.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely... Ironically, one of the most personal and best feuds is between managers.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
And you can actually go on the record and say, like, is it going to end with, like, basically a one-on-one match between the two, or are they going to have, like, is Lincoln going to bring in more people to fight the good fight with him as Marbell, or, like, all that, or, like...
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
Which makes it entertaining.
Super entertaining. Like, I can't wait for February. I need to know what's going to happen. I want to figure out how Marbell is going to smash Lincoln Jones. Because you know it's going to happen. Like, you don't put your hands on the Star Maker. You don't do that. Quite frankly, like, the glasses thing aside, that was too far. Everything else, Lincoln had it coming. Marbell clearly warned him. Lincoln did not back down.
How jacked
So
did
Marbell is going to put Lincoln down. Mark my words.
How jacked did Lincoln look after he took his jacket off?
He did.
He was like fucking Vince McMahon up in this bitch. Took off his jacket and he's like fucking ripped. Like,
I will not disagree with that statement.
Like, he took off his jacket and you could just hear the whole crowd go, damn!
Alright. If you say so, sir.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. But no matter how buffed or jacked Lincoln is, Marbell is smarter.
Can you really say that? Like right now, it's looking like Marbell's smarter, but you don't know what Lincoln has conjuncted up in here.
I mean, he's gonna have to pull
A
something.
rabbit out of his hat.
He's gonna have to do something. He's gonna have to go to some very dark places to counteract.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Marbell is a smart man.
He's a genius.
He's a smart man, Jenny.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, Internet.
And he knows how to fight.
He does.
Oh, can I start the next one?
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it for the New Day.
New Day.
So this brings us up to our main event of the evening.
Or what?
Our main event of the evening!
There we go.
And it is for the Valley Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. It is the Golden Boy, everybody's hero, Dennis Gregory, taking on the BWF Heavyweight Champion, American-made Gavin Jackson. This match was as physical as it can be.
I'm sorry, you talking about Dennis Gregory just made me super uninterested.
This coming from somebody who wanted his jacket.
I didn't say the man didn't have good style. I'm just saying, other than that,
And him being funny.
he's so funny. No, Dennis Gregory's a hell of a competitor. He has everything that you would want a wrestler to have, both in and out of the ring. In the match between him and Gavin, yet another match that has been months
Brewing.
in the making.
Yeah.
Finally, Dennis gets a shot for the VWF Heavyweight Championship, and boy,
A title that he never lost.
that's a good point. And boy, did he do everything he could to regain that title. It was insane. It even spilled outside of the ring.
A couple times, yeah.
A lot of times, actually. And Dennis Gregory, being the intelligent competitor that he is, was chasing...
No.
Well, he wasn't really chasing.
He was
but
coercing Gavin to chase him.
There you go.
And as Gavin was chasing him, you can see strategically Dennis Gregory would pull stuff like he pulled steel chairs in the way just to like
Slow down.
yeah, and then he at one point pulled the steps in front of him,
Yeah.
which was a bad move because that actually helped Gavin in a way.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Gavin flew off the stairs, like he ran out, jumped, and flew onto one Dennis Gregory. I liked seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like Gregory, Gavin is a hell of a champion.
He is.
I mean, he's not afraid to defend the belt.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, very physical, very, very physical, very technical. I really don't think there was, like, I mean, outside, like, the whole come chase me around the ring shit. I don't really think there was a, dirty move played in this match.
Which is surprising considering the type of competitor one Dennis Gregory is.
Yeah.
I really liked when they were on the outside and Dennis smacked Gavin's face into a steel chair.
Yeah, he did it a couple times, didn't he?
It was so impressive to see. I hate giving Dennis Gregory any type of credit whatsoever, but that was awesome.
So you want to talk about the end, like how it ended? Because you rarely see this in indie wrestling anymore. How it ended.
Go ahead.
So they were, I mean, again, it was the whole count out thing. It ended in a double count out, but these two were battling through the crowd, like literally through the crowd.
all through.
Gregory threw Gavin into, like, literally chucked him into a row of seats.
A sea of steel chairs.
And just, like, hopped on top of him and started beating the shit out of him.
Just wailing. Like fucking hurricane fights dilapidated boats.
And, I mean, this fight continued to the point they actually had to call out the locker room to separate them.
And not just a few. Like, the entire locker room came. Half went for Gregory, half went for Gavin, and that was barely
Yeah, I
enough
mean,
to keep
at one
these
point
two.
in time where they all came out and they tried to separate them, Gregory's sitting on a chair trying to catch his breath, and out of nowhere, Gavin just flies. Like, he like, attacks him and, like, starts to beat down again. Like, Gavin starts to beat down this time, and they're still trying to separate them.
I will tell you what's cool about this situation. Gavin is the ultimate good guy. And as of late, he's been having a mean streak. And he's really stepped up the intensity in a lot of his matches. And it definitely peaked in this one. But quite frankly, that's the type of place you have to go when fighting a guy like Dennis Gregory. Like, you can't go in there light thinking you're going to have a legitimate competition.
Oh, because he's older in the business, it's going to be a cakewalk. No, this man's a veteran for a reason. And I'm not just talking about in the business, he's a true vet.
That's true.
But in the wrestling business, he's a veteran, and he knows his way around a wrestling ring. He knows the in and outs. So you have to basically be smarter than him.
Yeah. So...
Which I think, at this point, you're going to talk about now, Gavin upped the ante by being one step ahead of Gregory.
Yeah. And challenged one Dennis Gregory to a lumberjack match. The perfect match for this, like, situation, because finally we're going to have a group of people ready to help contain the ego of one Dennis Gregory. We're going to have a legitimate one-on-one competition between these two. We're going to have a real winner, a rightful champion, and a hell of a match to look forward to.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of tore the house down literally this time.
Yeah, it was practically literally.
So just imagine what they're going to do in that lumberjack match.
Yeah. So all of this stuff is going down February 25th at
the New Eagle Social Hall.
The show entitled
Vendetta 2!
So lots of good matches already announced. We're going to see the VWF debut of one Miss Hannah that we have seen on Raw.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see VWF continuing the women's revolution and possibly starting a women's division. Pretty excited about that. We have the lumberjack match.
You get JD versus Nick Mira.
Yeah. Something's going to happen with Marbell and Lincoln.
What that is, nobody knows.
Cutlery's probably going to get a rematch. Or the Big Game Hunters are going to have to obviously defend their titles. So that's really cool to look forward to.
So if you guys want to come out to New Eagle, it's literally, what, not even a half hour from Pittsburgh?
No.
Half hour, 45 minutes from Pittsburgh?
It's worth it.
It's worth the drive. Very family friendly.
Super family friendly.
$12 gets you in the door.
Yeah. Totally reasonable deal.
Like $12, you can sit anywhere. Always reserve your seats though, because front row gets sold out pretty fast.
Yeah.
But if you don't reserve a seat and there's some front rows open, $12 gets you front row. $12 gets you anywhere in the building. Concession prices are decent.
Oh, they're amazing. And the quality of food's really good, and you get a lot, so the quantity's good.
Yeah. So, like she said, February 25th, 2017's Vendetta 2!
So look out for future videos. We were granted the privilege of giving you guys a wrap-up show entitled VWF Aftermath. So look out for that on VWF's Facebook page.
And also on the Ultimate Wrestling Fan Club.
Look for anything BME related on the Ultimate Wrestling Fan Club page. Look out for my match results so I can give you a more in-depth recap of what happened. The next show for the BME is going to be next week, PWX Rise in Connellsville. I'm stoked because this is the first Rise show that I've been able to make it to. This is only the third? This is the second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the first one I've been able to make it to. PWX it has the PWX roster, completely different feel. So I'm excited.
It's the PWX roster, but they also bring in some of the, like, not just local, but like tri-state younger talent to come in. It's basically, how can I say it, like a showcase show for the younger talents.
Yeah.
We're also going to see the Pittsburgh return of one Piranha Joey Rogers. I'm going to tell you right now, Joey, you're about to step into a shark tank. And this shark is fucking hungry. I drove you away from Pittsburgh once. I'll be glad to do it again, sir.
And don't you even halfway think of bringing back Laura H.R. Lovelace. Because I will kick her. I can't even come up with the end of that sentence. I fucking got rid of her once, as he got rid of Joey Vengeance. I will do it again if Laura H.R. Lovelace decides to bring her soccer mom, may I speak to your manager haircut, and her lack of personality. Don't you even do it, Joey.
I kicked him out.
And don't come back, Laura. Nobody wants you back.
I kicked him out of Pittsburgh so bad that the man had to change his name to his real name. Thank you very much.
The most boring manager ever.
Is not going to be there. He's at VWF.
I can't. I can't with Laura. No.
I mean, like I said, so like their first show, we actually didn't get to do a podcast for because one half of the BME was not there. So, by the way,
Sorry.
she had a reason because it was her birthday.
It was.
She was out celebrating with friends.
I was.
Like I said previously, it's a PWX roster with a bunch of future bright stars. For instance, they brought back Derek Direction.
Yay, Derek.
They saw the PWX debut of the Cougar Brothers.
Yeah.
Peyton Graham made a return to PWX that night. Matt Connor made a return. He fought Eric Ryan, which was one hell of a match.
But do you see, even though I had other arrangements, the BME was still represented because we are the best in Pittsburgh.
No.
We are the best marks in Pittsburgh.
We are the best marks in the biz, NAS.
3 syllables. You want to talk about... 3. You want to talk about marking in the tri-state area? That conversation starts and ends with 3 letters, BME. And I'm not talking about best moonsault ever or best melter ever, blah, blah, blah. We are the best marks ever.
And you guys can start worshiping us.
Now. You're welcome, Internet.
Suck it easy.
Deal with it. Alright, so now that we've put ourselves over and we let you guys know what we are up to, please leave comments, suggestions, criticisms, whatever, in the comments. We want to hear from you.
The people.
We are here representing you. We want to hear from you. And to those that watch us, thank you. We appreciate it.
To all the new viewers, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, just like she said, leave comments. I don't really care if you hate us. Tell us that you hate us. I don't
Unless
give a
you're Laura H.R. Lovelace. Because your opinion's irrelevant. Or if you're Jennifer Blaze.
Can I go out on a limb and say that there was a really, really
you
sad...
can do whatever you want.
There was a really, really sad moment tonight at the after party.
Go ahead.
Somebody name dropped the best damn tag team. I can't even finish that statement.
Oh, yeah. Wild West.
I'm sorry, I couldn't finish that statement.
It's too much.
Yeah, I mean, I for one want to apologize for just bringing you a recap, a podcast for one show. There was actually 4 shows tonight that we could have went to.
Yeah, it was a huge night for wrestling.
There was BWF, which, you know, what you're watching right now. PWX had a show tonight. IWC had their reloaded show with the reset button. And RWA had a show.
Like that matters.
I mean, I can tell you this though, and even though this is supposed to be a one wrestling podcast, IWC brought back to Pittsburgh the notorious Shane Taylor.
Alright.
Which I'm pretty fucking excited for.
They saw the in-ring debut of one Jack Pollock.
Yeah. And obviously the reset button.
Yeah.
Where every champion had to face the reset button, not knowing who their challenger was, spur of the moment.
I'm assuming that Britt Baker had to face Laurel Van Ness because Eric J. Robinson posted a picture with Laurel Van Ness.
Could be.
So,
and I don't know who Wardlow fought, but man, that guy's chest was fucking beat.
Dude, his left man titty was, or his right left man. Wow, I botched that.
His left.
His left man titty just got fucking lit.
It was fucking up. It was purple.
I feel bad. I feel for Mama Wardlow having to watch that.
Oh. Like I said, I don't know who he fought, but whoever he fought fucking gave it to him.
Lit him up like a Christmas
congratulations to you, sir, for retaining your IWC heavyweight title, but...
So, I think that's it for us tonight.
Yeah.
Look for future videos. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for watching.
Appreciate y'all.
Just like she said, just like I said, please leave comments. I love comments. I love to read what people have to say. Whether it's positive, whether it's negative, I don't fucking care. Do you care?
Do I look like somebody that cares? You want to throw some heat? You want to be a cup of haters?
Couple haters.
Be a cup of haters. You want to show some love? Show some love. Do it.
You want to throw some suggestions out there? What you want to see us do? Where you want to see us go? Throw it out there.
All we're saying, we want to hear from you.
The BME is here for the people.
We are the people.
We, the people.
Exactly right.
So, in closing, I am Ricky Hart.
I am Courtney Wood.
And we will see you guys next week.
Peace!